Alright, what's up, guys? It is Golden Ninja. You know what time it is. You can probably see from the title and the thumbnail. We're back again with West of Loathing. So, we left off. We was helping this dude get his... Nah, we helped the sheriff get his door back. So, yeah, let's continue. Alright, so let's get it right back in there. Alright. Oh, yeah, the stupid walk. Alright, let's see. No. Howdy, good to see you again, Skinny. You tip your hat to the bartender. I found these mugs. Much obliged. You hand in the recovered mugs and collect your bounty. 50 meat. Alright. You tip your hat to the bartender. Just thought I'd say howdy. The bartender smiled. Well, the mission's accomplished, I reckon. Take your leave. Alright, hold on. Okay. So... Yeah, okay. I remember now. Alright. I turned down the volume a little bit. It was really loud to me. Alright, so let's go. Which ones do I go to first? Well, I'm gonna go to them all anyway, so I'm gonna go to the mine first. Alright. This definitely does not bear closer scrutiny. There's still some meat ore in this cart. You gain 65 meat. Good. Oh, there's a mug. Okay, just making sure. Ooh, the minecart is still full. Unrefined. Wait, what? No. What did I get? Stop going out of the cave. It's instructions for the cargo elevator. This mechanism is labeled Cargo Elevator Control. A poster on the wall behind reads Level 1 Blasting Cap Storage, Level 2 Plungers, both kinds, Level 3 Tools. What do you want to send the cargo elevator? Okay, hold on. No? Hold on. This looks dangerous. This looks dangerous. At least there's no plunger hooked up to it. These crates are labeled blasting caps. The period is part of the label, that's why it's inside the quotes like that. Dang it, looks like you're gonna need a crowbar to pry one of these crates open. Alright, 2 then. Okay, I got a plunger. It's a toolbox, but it's locked. Pick it. Managed to unlock the toolbox, but the needle is ruined in the process. Most of the tools inside are rusted away to nothing, but there's a pretty nice crowbar. Nice. Nice. Yeah, okay, we just read that. You pry open one of the crates. Open with your crowbar and grab a blasting cap. Alright, bet. This looks dangerous. Hook up the plunger. Fighting against your instincts for self-preservation. You've hooked up a plunger and strung it a fair distance. Well, that's definitely a fair distance. Press the plunger and nothing happens. You forget to hook... Oh, wait. That looks dangerous. Okay, you've succeeded in putting yourself in grave danger. This makes you nervous. I'm alright. Howdy. Looks like something's buried here. Okay. There's still some meat ore in this cart. 65. Let me just You see the dark horse barely approach her. Hey there, girl. It's okay. I'm my friend. Winnie! The horse shies away from you. Though in this case, it's more like cripplingly introverted away from you. Aw, come on, don't be like that. Look, I brought some oats for you. They aren't poison or anything. I'm rich. In retrospect, I guess that wasn't a very comforting thing to say. Pat her nose. As you reach out to pat her nose, the horse ducks and steps further back into the shadows. Ah, come on. Nay. Take a handful of oats out of the bag and hold them out to the horse. Here you go. Yum yum. Snort. She sidles away from you warily and makes a surprisingly good attempt at hiding in her own shadow. Come on, please. Look, they're fine. Okay, so you take a handful from the bag and toss some in your mouth. Oh, it's like the roughest, blandest breakfast cereal you've ever eaten. Still, it's better than dry cat food. Don't ask. You smile to show the horse that you're fine and realize that you've unconsciously turned around and walked out the door. Jeez, these things are powerful. The horse looks at you warily as you re-enter with a cheerful wave. See, perfectly fine. The horse hunches her shoulders and seems to shrink slightly as you pat her nose, but she doesn't actually flee. So that's something. That's a good girl. Weenie. The horse finally seems relaxed enough around you, so you offer her a handful of oats, warily, begrudgingly. Begrudgingly. She eats them, then she gestures at something behind you. You turn around to look, but don't see anything. When you turn back, she's gone. Well, okay then. Alright, let's go. Thousand Snakes Gulch. Ah, pointy. Dang. The snake looks sleepy, but not that sleepy. Oh, I got to. I'm a cow puncher. Biff. Get first. You have slain a snake. Before long, they'll call you snake murdering skinny. I got grit. The extent to which you are truly gritty, the higher it is, the tougher you'll be. Yay. What's up? Another snake? Well, I guess it's not called One Snake Gulch. Oh, they're quick. Ow. Well, you're getting shot. It was a mistake. You made short work of that long snake. Mysticality. This is your mysticality. It affects the amount of damage you do with spells and the amount of damage you take from spells and elemental attacks from bad guys. Bet. This snake looks really angry. You're gonna need every trick in the book to beat this one. I'm good at tricks. Ooh. Ouch. Hmm. Nice work. If the whole cowboy thing doesn't work out, you could always get a job as a snake exterminator. Okay. What is going on with this horse? Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay. This horse has gone snake crazy. Or maybe he was some other kind of crazy before. Hey there, boy. Hey, fella. I'm a friend, okay? I'm not even gonna try. It's cool, right? Be cool. Don't freak out on me. Look him in the eyes. He calmly looked the horse in the eyes. One of them is fixed in a glassy 1,000-yard stare, and the other is revolving madly in its socket like he's thinking of trying to escape in every direction simultaneously. He looks to be calming down a little now that it's clear. You aren't actually made of spiders, though. Carefully and gently pat the horse's nose. He twitches a bit, okay? A lot. But seems to recognize that you aren't going to eat his eyes or suck out his soul or whatever madness is bouncing around in that skull of his. That's a good boy. Arrgh. Feed him the oats. Are you hungry, boy? I got a little treat for you. Snurf. Snarf. You feed the crazy horse some of the homing oats and it gallops away with a whinny, or rather a whinnerel. How hopefully he's headed home and not into the 12th dimension. You don't have to walk back over there. Hit M or click the map. Okay. Well, I'm doing stuff right now, so hold on. Okay. Boring Springs Boneyard. Our founder, Ziphinia Boring, 1806-1885. He was actually a really interesting guy. Ben, Benjamin Crockett, 1320-1364. He showed up way too early. Hey. Bayard Skeleton. I probably said that so wrong. Captain, 3rd Cavalry, 1820-1866. This grave is really noisy. A skeleton, you're not getting past it without a scuffle. A scuffle it is. Got the jump on him. Let me just, come on now, pick up my mouse. There we go. Okay. I'm telling you, man, that one punch, it really packed it. That skeleton collapses into a pile of loose bones. Glamour. Glamour is your appreciation of the finer things in life. As it increases, you will be able to consume more cocktails and you'll be able to afford them. 20 plus, well, plus 20% to meat gains, plus 5% item finding bonus, plus 1 liver capacity. That guy just wouldn't stay put. Timothy Cochran, 1855-1895, devoted husband. Elizabeth Cochran, 1887-1895, beloved daughter. Silas Cochran, 1895-1895, a baby. Oh, that's sad. You approach the weird, semi-transparent horse cautiously so as to not startle her, though you quickly come to the realization that this is not a horse that startles easily. Hello there. Hi, I'm a friend, okay? No. That's a little strange. How did, how you did that without opening your mouth? You pat the horse's nose, which is very cold. If you were going to ride her, you would want an extra saddle blanket to keep your butt from freezing. Pat her on the nose again. Yep, still cold. Yep, still cold. Brr. Yep, still cold. Brr. Yep, still cold. Brr. Yep. Yep, still cold. You get the idea. How many times are you gonna let me do that? Here you go, girl. Have some oats. You hold out a handful of oats for the horse, but she just sort of stares right through you. Brr. Please don't look at me like that. Snort. You hold the oats out again, but the horse continues to ignore them. What's the matter? Are they not spooky enough? I'm not sure how to make oats spooky. I guess I could put some bone meal on them, but I don't have anything handy to grind up bones with grave dirt. Winnie. Is that a yes? Weird. Okay, add some grave dirt to the oats. You sprinkle the oats with just a little bit of grave dirt and hold them out again. The horse gazes expressionlessly at them, then eats them. Nay. And with that, she glides away in the direction of town. Bizarre. Quite an. Okay, yeah, I forgot. I'm gonna. Should be done then. I don't know how you spotted her hiding in that mine, but thanks for sending back my dark horse. Sure thing. Looks like my pale horse made it back safe. Thanks for the help. Anytime. Thanks for finding my crazy horse. He was eating loco weed again, wasn't he? Not that I noticed. That's all of them. I can't thank you enough. Here's a little extra for you. Thanks. Afternoon, sir. What can I do for you? You said something about earlier about an injury? Yeah, I busted my knee while mucking out the showroom. Don't ask how, it's embarrassing. I was gonna get Doc Ellis to have a look at it, but she gave up doctoring. Why'd she do that? Nobody knows. She just shut herself up in her office, said she wouldn't talk to anyone except Nurse Whiskey. Is that an actual nurse, or I'm pretty sure she just was just being sarcastic. I see. Get lost. Oh yeah, I gotta find you a newspaper. Not yet. Okay. Step right up. No, okay, I'm not gonna try and say your name again. No, okay, there's nothing there. Leaning rightly. The cell is now usable, at least until the sheriff manages to screw it up again. You give it about a week. How'd you know my last name? I saw the graves in the cemetery. I'm sorry for your loss. Susie scowls bitterly and mutters into her whiskey. I saw it happen, saw the whole thing, and couldn't do nothing about it. The bartender said it was cows. Cows, right. I don't know what those things are, but they ain't cows no more. What happened? It was a raid. See, Ma and Pa used to ranch cattle back before they came home. Pa didn't make it, but Ma and I managed to rebuild. We ranched pigs instead, and she left me the place when she passed. Go on. Well, I guess a passing herd sniffed out that it used to be a cow ranch and they attacked. A couple of days ago. Happened so fast I didn't even have time to get my rifle out of the gun safe. Cows smashed in the front door and fire started out back by the root cellar. House went up in blazes just like that. What did you do? I There wasn't anything I could do. Couldn't get upstairs to the kids 'cause of the fire. I saw Tim trampled right in front of me. She drains her glass. I ain't want to talk about it anymore. Sorry. She refills her mug from a bottle on the bar and doesn't reply. What will you do now? Head west, I suppose. Nothing keeping me here and no desire to stay. I can't leave without my rifle though. Why not? It was Ma's rifle. It's all I got left of anybody. Where is it? I left it at the ranch like fool. Listen, can I ask you a favor? I need someone to go. Yeah. Susie shows you on the map where her ranch is. Take your leave. Peace. Cochran Ranch. Yes, the 1891. Alright, let's bet. All the water in this trough is boiled away. Susie's ranch house is burned to the ground. What the heck was that noise? Something behind this door is making some pretty awful noises. The outhouse is the only thing still standing. Looks like somebody was in the middle of fixing a knife. Grab it. You got a varmint skinning knife. These pies were not safe. What the heck is that thing? This thing looks angry. You're not gonna make it to that safe without dealing with it. Got the jump on. You defeat that nasty cow skull floating in a cloud of flames. Got level 3 grit. Hooray. Hooray. Vetero crew. It's the Cochran family's gun safe. Grab Susie. It's an old rifle, but it has obviously been well cared for. There are 6 little notches carved into the stock. Wait, which one does more damage? They kind of do the same. You found the rifle yet, stranger? Yep, here she is. Susie's eyes well up with tears as you hand her the rifle and she roughly scrubs her sleeve across her face before any of them spill over. Thanks, stranger. I didn't catch your name. I'm Skinny. Thanks, Skinny. Can't rightly say what this means to me. She looks at the rifle for a long moment, then looks back up at you. She sighs. That's enough. In misery. Time for me to Time for me to hit the road. If you want me to tag along when you head west, just say the word. Sounds good, Susie. Where you going, Mouse? Look, I was like trying to turn my mouse around, and it was like all the way up here. All right, so oh yeah, a pile of old newspapers. Yes. No, I'm not done. A crate of Nurse brand whiskey, good for what ails you. I guess we never established your age. Good thing the legal drinking age here is can't reach the top of the bar. Oh, it can reach the top of the bar. The goblin shouts, Briard! Wait. Ouch, that must have been embarrassing for you. No, it's not. I didn't. No, that's not embarrassing. I did. I did that on purpose because I don't. I didn't know I was gonna fight him yet. I don't want to fight him. I feel like that's gonna do something to start. Get lost. Offer with whiskey delivery for you. What brand? Nurse whiskey, your favorite. I'm led to believe. Didn't know she makes house calls. All right, hold on. You hear a rattle as she unlocks the door. Enter the house. Doc Ellis looks to be about in her 50s. Her hair is graying and her face is lined, but her eyes are still clear and sharp as bloodshot. She holds out her hand. Whiskey. Stat. She cracks open the whiskey and fills a small flask she takes out of her pocket. Then she puts the flask back in her pocket and starts chugging out of the bottle. Geez, Doc, that doesn't seem healthy. Who's the doctor here, me or you? Okay, point taken. Hey, Doc, can I look at your books? Sure, if you want to. Not that they're gonna do much good in this doomed, forsaken hole. You should try being less cheerful, Doc. Check out the books. You survey the books on Alice's shelf. They're all medical textbooks except for a few. Leaf through the legend of Curly's meat. This book tells the story of a legendary treasure, a massive chest full of premium meat, secreted in the hidden sense, not in the extruded sense, in the western desert by an old cowhand named Curly Butterfield. Leaf through the life of the works of Fred Ferguson. The book purports to be a Civil War surgeon's autobiography, but flipping through it, you mostly just find lists of reasons that drinking alcohol is bad. So it is actually a work of ludicrous speculative fiction. Haha. At least there are some useful appendices in the back, and some diagram of appendices. I feel like I'm saying that wrong. Leaf through the goblinoid tongues a primer. You start flipping through the goblin language book. It's confusing at first, but you eventually get so engrossed that by the time you take a break from reading, several blurfs have passed, and you also know that blurf is in the goblin word for hour. You have learned to speak goblin, sort of. You got goblin tongue. You speak a little bit of goblin, at least enough to order a beer, which is the important thing. You can communicate with goblins. Okay. This vanity doesn't look like it sees much use, praying a little. You grab a pair of tweezers and pluck some of your more unsightly eyebrows. No, okay. Make like a tree and leaf. No, stop. Okay, the stove is spotless. Either she really compulsive either she's really compulsive about cleaning or she never cooks. Wow. Shouldn't this be further away from the fireplace? Yeah. Doc Ellis continues to pour whiskey down her neck, occasionally stopping to breathe. Is everything alright? That depends on how fast I can get this whiskey into my bloodstream, comparing to how fast my liver filters it out. And I can't talk and drink at the same time, so she glares at you meaningfully. So what's the matter, Doc? What's the matter? The whole world's gone, heck, in a horse cart, and you ask, what's the matter? Bandits, cow demons, dead men walking. Why don't you go ahead and pick one, and I'll drink to that. Dead men walking? We just saw one. The skelly. The skelly in the graveyard. You haven't seen it? Corpses and skeletons staggering around like puppets with half their strings cut, looking to take a bite out of the living. Oh yeah, there was a skeleton in the cemetery. Just said that. It's nice to get some outside confirmation that I'm not losing my mind. But how is that even possible? It isn't possible. It's going against everything I know about medicine. Dead patients don't get back up. Patients? Oh, ouch. Doc Ellis turns away, grimacing. Every doctor loses one now and again. You never get used to it, but well, it happens. But what doesn't happen is them coming back afterwards and looking for revenge. That must be pretty rough. Rough, buddy? I don't think you comprehend the situation. It's not just patients, it's neighbors, friends, husbands. Oh, indeed. She turns away from you and focuses her attention back on the bottle. Hmm. Doc Ellis sighs. Express. What now? Do you have any idea what's causing the resurrections? What's the deal with all the TNT? It's so when I feel like I'm about to go, I can blow myself into bits so small there won't be nothing left to come back. That seems drastic. Drastic? No way I am taking the risk of becoming one of those things. Fair enough, I suppose. Okay. What now? Do you have any idea what's causing the resurrections? Well, I heard a rumor. A rumor? What is it? It's when you get incomplete information from an unverified source. Anyway, what I heard is that there's a fella out west that's causing it, a necromancer, they call him. Supposedly he's sending magic out into the world somehow. Magic like the bean slingers use? I never heard of any bean slingers raising the dead, have you? Her scowl deepens. That'd be one hell of a can of beans. Hmm. Why did I come with you? But I got you now. You give him the newspaper and you found in the basement of the saloon. Much obliged, partner. Now let's see here. What can I do to return the favor? Oh, I know. My shovel. I left it behind the outhouse at Orhole Mine. It's yours if you go and get it. I'm sure you'll find a use for it. Tough customer. You're rough and tumble, rowdy and ready to rumble. Thank 'em. Behind the outhouse at Orhole Mine. Got it. Thanks, Bill. Don't mention it. Now, if you could just kind of stick that newspaper to my face before you leave. Stick the newspaper to him. Alright, let's see. This is where Bill said to look. Hey, you wasn't kidding. Not that this would have been a funny thing to kid about, I guess. Hey, shiny. Got a silver nugget. Nice. Very nice. Dun 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 dun. Whoa. Huh. Somebody's buried a mug out here. Oh. Whoa. Got the jump on him. Sounds like he's hitting me with like a clunk of metal. You've put a stop to the Captain Skeleton's unnatural animation. Old cavalry saber. Here comes the cavalry saber. Sweet. And I got a gold tooth. This was in the ground for a very long time, then in somebody's mouth for a very short time. And now it's in your backpack. Sweet. Is there anybody else down here? No. Is there anything here? I'm just checking everywhere at this point now. Oh yeah, they aren't here anymore. Well, there probably wasn't anything here anyway. What? What did he say? Rub-a-dub-dub. Alright, let's see. I don't think there was anything else. Oh. Gain Moxie. You've got Moxie, kid. And this is how much of it. Moxie affects how much damage you deal when shooting, and how much damage you take when getting shot. Can you sell me a horse? Sure thing. I should warn you, though, horses get mighty attached to their riders. Once you've bought one, you won't be able to change your mind later. Which one are you interested in? I'll take the basic model. I'll take the shifty-looking dark one. I'll go with the spooky pale one. Give me the one with the crazy eyes. Let me think on that. Hmm, I'll take the dark one. Good choice. She's a sneaky one. I'll sell her to you for 1,000 meat. When you say sneaky, well, she's real quiet and she likes dark places. And just look how she's trying to hide behind the other horses there. I'll take her. Thanks. Here's the keys. Ride safe, a real underdog. Give her a name. Tina. Alright. We doing this again, huh? Alright, you already know it. No. Yeah, I'll go with that. I'll go with Tina. Hold on, wait, no. No. I don't know. I don't know. We'll just go with it. Alright then. Tina the horse. It's got a nice ring to it. Oh, I almost forgot. Free with every horse purchase is a complimentary map. Southeast West map. Thanks. Okay, hold on. Who should I take? Oh, wait. The goblin shouts, I'm Gary. Hi, Gary. Hi, hello, I am Gary. Who are you? Well, I'm Skinny. Hello, Skinny. Good to meet you. What's Skinny doing down here? Oh, I'm just looking around. Oh, hey, Gary likes to looking too. Gary no looking for a way out of this dump. Gary not having much luck though. Where are you trying to go, Gary? High away and far up for popping. Popping and then new Gary everywhere. Everywhere. Settle down, Gary. Gary doesn't likes to settle. Gary wants to traveling and popping. If Skinny going far up and high away, maybe taking Gary with you, eh? I'll think about it. You know what? I'm gonna take him. Oh, hey, it's you, Gary, traveling with you far up, high away, going. I'll let you know. Let's go. How do I... Once you leave Boring Springs, you won't be able to come back. Any unfinished business you've got will forever remain unfinished. Are you sure you're ready to leave? On second thought... Wait, I remember this. These two are playing poker, or at least trying to. They keep looking back and forth from their hand to the how to play poker card that came with their deck, biting their lips and concentrating really hard. Can I play? They look at you nervously. Look, I have some meat. Let's play. You put 20 meat on the table and just sit down before they can say no. One of them shuffles the cards sloppily and deals a new round. You get a pair of tens plus a 2, a 3, and a king. They look at each other nervously, but they both call your bet. Okay, read them and weave. You show your pair of tens plus twos, two. You show your pair of tens plus 2, 3 kings. The guy on the left has a full house, 2 jacks, and 3 aces. The gal on the right somehow got a straight flush. 2 of those 6 in hearts. You explain that jacks are worth 9 points each, giving the guy on the left a total of 21 points. And the gal on the right is 20. And you're 25 plus a king, and the king means that they have to either pay you a human teeth or an extra 10 meat each. They gasp and push more meat across the table at you. You collect your winnings and stand up. They thank you for helping them learn the game. Walk away. They don't have enough meat left to bother with. It looks like they're playing for spiders now. Found this mug. Well, how do I let them know I'm gonna take them with me? I don't want to leave and just like, and just leave them behind. Let me just make sure. You don't have anything. Okay. You know what? If I go, I go. You want to know a secret? Too bad. Let's go. Once you leave Boring Springs, you won't be able to come back. Any unfinished business you've got will forever remain unfinished. Alright then, you're properly horsed and ready to start your new life in the West. All you need now is a partner. Somebody to share the trail with, somebody you can rely on for emotional and combat support. Who will you take with you? Take Crazy Pete, take Susie Cochran, take Gary the Goblin, go it alone. Not recommended. Come on, Gary. I like the way you talk. You head back to the saloon's basement and smuggle Gary out under your coat. Hit the trail. Oh, one last thing before you go. Up until this point, I've been automatically spending your experience points for you. I'm happy to keep doing it, and I promise to give you a nice, well-rounded experience. Shall I keep it up, or would you prefer to decide for yourself where your XP gets spent? You can always change this later in the options menu. Alrighty then, let's go. Check your map. You consult the southeast-west map the holster gave you. The hostler. It only lists 2 things: the town of Dirtwater and the Manifest Destiny Railroad Company. Westernmost Company. You discover a new map location. Yeah, okay, I just read that. Head for Dirtwater. Gary, what are you doing? Room for rent. Inquire. Humming along with the background music. It's your partner. Howdy, Gary. Want more Goblins meeting? Gary is hearing about goblins in an old fort nearby. for cowardice. Okay, what do you think we should do next? West to going fast. Okay, big iron snake to riding so fast taking us. A big iron, you mean the train? Yes, axing the train, training mans. Okie dokie. What? Whoa, hold on now. What is this, man? Your gun? My gun is too big. Okay, hold on. Yo. They engross in conversation. Leave them be. These guys must have fallen asleep during a brawl. What did they just do? Well, howdy there. Always nice to see a new face in town. Welcome to Jewel Saloon. Hi, thanks, I'm Skinny. Glad to know you, Skinny. Folks around here just call me Lloyd. What can I do for you? Nice to meet you, Lloyd. I saw the sign out front advertising a room. That's right, finest room in the house and plenty of room for your partner, too. You interested? How much does it cost? Well, there's where you're in luck. The previous tenant was a banker fella, and he paid a month in advance right before getting himself killed by bandits. You seem like a decent sort, so the room's yours if you want it. Gratis. What do you think of Jewel Saloon, Gary? Nice place, many people. Gary betting the basement is much nicer than in Boring Springs. Yeah. They probably don't want people going in their basements. Aw. Sorry. That gal doesn't look like she's in the mood to talk. Ooh, another spittoon. This is a spittoon, which is sort of a brass bucket that people spit into instead of spitting on the floor. Because not spitting at all is not an option in this society, I guess. I say this despite knowing that you're pretty intimately familiar with spittoons already. Sicko. Inspect. Look, the Jewel Saloon is pretty nice, as saloons go. Actual glass in the windows. More than two kinds of drinks, a poker room, instead of a cockfighting pit. But this spittoon is still a spittoon. The rancid tobacco spit inside. It isn't fancy rancid tobacco spit. Inspect. Here we go again. Alright, fine. You're now hunkered down next to a brass filth bucket, which has probably never been cleaned or emptied because you're near the desert and the ambient humidity around here is pretty low. Low enough that the spit evaporates nearly as quickly as it accumulates. So that's good, right? No, that's bad because it's only the water part of the spit that evaporates. This brass bucket is half full of the rest of the spit, the toxins and filth that doesn't evaporate. Several years worth, distilled and concentrated until it's the consistency of molasses. People aren't allowed to flick cigarette butts into the spittoon anymore because they bounce out. Search. You're about to put your hand into a bucket of something the color and viscosity of maple syrup. Except instead of maple, it's flavored with the inside of mouths of people who chew cigars instead of smoking them and have never brushed their teeth. Yeah. Glorp. It feels like putting your hand into a bucket of lukewarm tapioca pudding, except instead of tapioca, it's basically poison. It smells like someone ran over a skunk, waited a week, then set it on fire. It feels like your hand is dissolving. Keep searching. You found something. A tacky, filth-covered porcelain cow figurine. A useless, disgusting thing that will make a great heirloom for your children, assuming you're still able to have any, and you hate them. You have to hold this little porcelain cow upside down because it's filled with tobacco spit, and you don't want it to spill out, spill out the little hole in the bottom of it. The item goes in your offhand. 3 + 3 attack damage, 3 spell damage. Hooray! This old man stares off into the distance, listening to the piano. He doesn't react to you at all. The piano player is not very good at his job. This man points to the sign on the counter, slop, 5 meat. Hey, how come they're all are allowed to drink without hats on? Okay. These guys are having a spirited discussion about guns and which of theirs is nicer. Yeah. This table is full. There's an empty seat at this table. Not room at this table. Pair of suicide queens and 4 jacks count as a reverse Montana flush. 5s are wild and suicide jacks of spades are double wild. A pair of 8s of spades are equivalent to an 8, but are twice as valuable as a pair of 9s. A player caught dealing from the bottom of the deck must add 23 meat to the pot. A player who draws 3 tens of hearts must draw a new hand of cards. Read another. A pair of one-eyed queens of clubs and 4 tens count as a straight. 8s are wild and aces of spades are double wild. A 2 is twice as valuable as a pair of 8s of clubs. A pair of queens or 4-7 counts as a full house. Any player with more than 30 cards in their hand immediately wins the... Any player who draws 4 one-armed queens must draw an additional 15 cards. A player caught dealing from the bottom of the deck must immediately discard 2 deuces. 3 kings are worth the same as the one-armed queen, but rank higher than a pair of 9s. 4 3s of spades beat a jack of diamonds, but beat a pair of 8s of diamonds. Any player with more than 16 cards in their hand must immediately discard a 2. 4 trays and a pair of 4s count as a Utah straight. A pair of kings are equivalent to 2 pair of 7s, but must be replaced with a pair of suicide kings of clubs. Any player caught with a pocket 4 must discard 21 cards. Any player who draws 2 tens of hearts must add 20 meat to the pot. 3 4s are worth the same as 8 clubs, but must be replaced with a 6 of hearts. One-eyed queens are wild, and deuces of hearts are double wild. Any player caught cheating must swap cards with the player on their left. A Tennessee straight beats a reverse full house. A pair of 2 hearts are equivalent to 2 queens, but are equivalent to 3 tens of spades. A flush beats a straight. Any player caught with a pocket queen must draw an additional 37 cards. Homicide jacks are wild unless accompanied by a Pair of sevens. Any player caught cheating must immediately discard two trays. One-armed kings are wild and three of diamonds are double wild. A player passing out drunk at the table immediately loses the game. Jacks are wild unless accompanied by by three sixes of clubs. Nines are wild unless accompanied by two threes. Homicide queens are wild and trays of hearts are double wild. Any player caught with a pocketed two-eyed queen must immediately discard a pair of suicide jack of spades. Aces are wild unless accompanied by a pair of fours. Two tens of hearts and three nines of diamonds count as a royal straight. A four cancels out and one-eyed hand. A four cancels out a one-handed. Two-eyed kings are wild unless accompanied by a six. One-handed jacks are wild and twos of spades are double wild. Twos are wilds and threes of hearts are double wild. A king's. This is never gonna end, is it? How many is there? A player passing out drunk at the table must immediately discard an eight of hearts. Hold on, bro. Is it just mixing up every time? Yeah, nah, I'm out. Nah. Hello there, welcome to Dirt Water Bag of shroom grow. Read this to learn a new cow punching skill. Bet. Vienna blood sausages. There's a chapter about rubbing your skin with sandpaper in order to thicken it. Gives thick skin, a skin that increases your armor, protecting you against melee attacks. There's a chapter about the situational awareness and its importance when it trying to survive in the world full of demon cows. Gives ever vigilant, a perk that increases your maximum AP by 2. There's a really interesting article about punching people so hard that they stop moving. Gives Haymaker, a combat skill that deals damage and briefly stuns an enemy. You read the advanced punching techniques and practice for a while by punching a cactus. You got a skill, Haymaker. Unfortunately, by the time you're done practicing, you've splattered the book with cactus juice, ruining it. Aww. Dirt water post of ice. Hi, I'm Skinny Pete. Any mail for me? Nope. Darn. Thanks anyway. A big cabinet of locked post office boxes. One of those newfangled telegraph machines. This little girl is selling flowers. Sweet smelling flowers. Thanks again, Mr. The clerk clears her throat. Howdy, are you the sheriff here? No, we don't currently have a sheriff. Offer to be sheriff, offer to help, offer to leave and leave. I could be the sheriff, maybe. Do you have a law enforcement experience? Not really. Have you been to sheriff school? No. Do you have an existing relationship with Dirtwater's local government? Are you familiar with all of the local ordinances? Do you even live here? No. Then what, may I ask, in tarnation makes you think you'd be qualified to be the sheriff? I just assumed. You just assumed that you could mosey into town and become sheriff on your first day. Well, when you put it that way, she snorts, if I had 5 meat for every wide-eyed protagonist-looking kid who wanders in here thinking they're the most important tenderfoot to ever strap on iron, I would I wouldn't need this dead-end clerking job. Sorry. It's okay. Like I said, it happens all the time. Need any help until you find a new sheriff? Sure. If you're any good with a gun, there's always somebody in some need of some justice. Wanted poster at Wanted posters are back there. Cells are over yonder. She points behind her and off to the right, respectively. Take your leave. It's a wanted poster. A wanted poster. If accuracy is important, it says wanted. The House and the Desert Gang for more mortgage, non-payment, squatting, and general public nuisance. Also for murdering 2 collection agents. Last seen at the house in the desert. 500 meat reward. You wonder if the house is named after them, or if they're named after the house. In any case, at least their location is unambiguous. Want to go after them? Yes. You take note of the location of the house and resolve to bring the house gang to justice. You discover a new map location. Got it. The poster reads Wanted, the Stripy Hat Gang, for grand theft, paint, and tasteless hat vandalism. Last seen in the vicinity of Cavern Canyon. 1,000 meat reward. Interesting. Dirty, rotten paint thieves and low-down, no-fashion sense hat vandals. Despicable. Want to go after them? Yes. This empty cell is all ghostly. A vacant lot. 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 A vacant. Not a lot of available past this point. Howdy, nice day. That's loud. You look at yourself in the mirror, insult yourself. You call yourself a red-booted, green-livered jerk. You gain an effect, angry. Insult yourself again. You call yourself a red-faced, yellow-headed jerk. You're madder than a hornet, and your anger level gets higher than 2. You'll pass out from rage. You better not insult yourself anymore. You get any angrier, you're liable to pass out. Nice view from up here. There's a postcard on this little table. Blank postcard. It's your bed. This is Gary's bed. It's your partner. Hello, hi, hello. What do you think we should do next? Am I forgetting about anything? Gary says you should take care of the house in the desert gang. Gary says you should deal with the Stripy Hat gang over in Cavern Canyon. Apparently that's all the suggestions he can think of. Much obliged. Alright, guys. I'm gonna end this video here. Hold on. Okay. Alright guys, like every other video, must come to an end. You already know. Alright, but yeah, so I'm gonna end this video here. I will be making part 3 later, like a couple of days later. So yeah, I will see all of you in the next video.